All right. I
wouldn't do
finished
anything until
stitching
I've
this down.
I won't do it until
okay.
I've gone, because I'm going to be scruffling and shoving things.
Good idea. Fortunately, we can edit. All right, I finished stitching the border down right along the line where we tacked the muslin to the finished piece of embroidery. So when you flip it over to the front, you can see that it's all secure, but not, I would say, not crisp. And for that, we're going to need to do a little invisible stitching, but that comes later. Right now comes the single most scary part of the entire project, which is to cut it out. And that's the point of having these yellow stitches on the front. Those are going to serve as my guide. That's not where I'm cutting. I'll cut about 1/4 of an inch outside of that. It's also, those yellow stitches are also not where I'm going to stitch. It's probably a bit more than 1/4 inch. I'm a little nervous of getting too close to the stitching because although I'm confident this particular fabric isn't going to ravel, that's my biggest concern. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm turning the fabric, and this bottom bit, make sure you allow enough because you're going to want to turn that under as a seam or as a hem and then turn it under again, so you're going to have a double hem. But again, you don't need too much fabric, so you're going to go kind of like that, but you want enough, so don't cut it too close to the edge at the bottom. Then carry on and make sure you get both the muslin and the ground fabric. It's possible that your scissors will slide between the two fabrics, and that isn't going to help you at all because then you're only going to cut one and you're going to have to go back and it'll be a mess. And it's probably better to cut less rather than more. Now I'm getting pretty close into the corner there, but I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to wait because you want to be confident that you're cutting the right amount into the sharp point between each panel and not too much. You're going to have a hole in your hat. In the side of your hat, that would probably not be very good. As you can see, I've rotated the fabric so that each time I'm cutting in a straight line. I'm not going down, moving my scissors and going up. For me, that makes it easier to cut more accurately. There we go, almost finished. This is really scary, but also really exciting. So now, cool, huh? Now we can imagine what it's going to look like. And this is how we're going to stitch it together down here. And this is why hand stitching it is the only way, because as you can see, there's going to be a place here where it's going to be a little tricky to pull together. And when you hand stitch something, you can ease it together far more easily. But there you can see with me pinching it how that corner's going to work. Okay.